Seniors, stop. Never refrigerate these 9 foods. Here's why. Vertical bar, senior health tips. Aging gracefully involves more than regular checkups and mindful exercise. Nutrition, food safety, and storage habits play equally important roles in maintaining good health. One of the most overlooked aspects of food safety is how certain foods react when stored in the refrigerator. Many people assume that the refrigerator is the safest place for nearly every item, but this isn't always true. For seniors especially, who may already be dealing with slower digestion, weaker immunity, and a greater sensitivity to foodborne illnesses, knowing what not to refrigerate can make a big difference in health and well-being. Some foods lose their flavor, texture, or nutritional quality in cold storage, while others actually spoil faster in the refrigerator. Understanding why certain foods do better at room temperature can prevent waste and keep meals both safer and more enjoyable. Below are 9 common foods seniors should avoid refrigerating, along with the reasons why. 1. Tomatoes. Tomatoes are often placed in the refrigerator with good intentions, but cold temperatures alter their very structure. Refrigeration disrupts the enzymes that give tomatoes their natural flavor and sweetness. It also changes their texture, making them mealy and watery instead of firm and juicy. For seniors, flavor matters more than ever because taste buds gradually weaken with age. Foods that taste bland or unappealing may lead to reduced appetite, unbalanced meals, and insufficient nutrient intake. A ripe tomato should always be stored on the counter, out of direct sunlight. Once sliced, it can be placed in the fridge for a short time, but whole tomatoes keep their flavor best at room temperature. 2. Potatoes. Potatoes belong in a cool, dark, and dry pantry, not the refrigerator. Cold temperatures convert their starches into sugar at a much faster rate, leading to a sweet, gritty taste when cooked. This process also increases the formation of acrylamide when potatoes are fried or roasted, a compound linked to health risks that seniors should especially avoid. Potatoes thrive in breathable storage, such as a paper bag or basket, away from onions and garlic. Keeping them in the refrigerator not only spoils their taste, but also undermines their health benefits, including potassium, vitamin C, and fiber. For seniors managing blood sugar or cardiovascular health, storing potatoes properly can make them a safer and more enjoyable part of the diet. 3. Onions. Onions should never be refrigerated in their whole form. Cold storage encourages moisture buildup, which leads to mold and mushy layers. Their natural crisp texture and sharp bite are lost. Instead, onions should be stored in a cool, well-ventilated place away from potatoes, since the gases they emit accelerate spoilage for both. For seniors who rely on onions for both flavor and health benefits, such as their natural anti-inflammatory and antibacterial properties, improper storage can reduce freshness and effectiveness. However, once an onion is cut, it can be placed in a sealed container in the refrigerator for short-term use. 4. Garlic. Garlic bulbs also do not belong in the refrigerator. Cold, moist environments encourage sprouting, which diminishes garlic's flavor and nutrient value. Sprouted garlic develops a bitter taste, making it unpleasant to use in cooking. Garlic should be stored in a cool, dark, and dry area with good air circulation. Seniors benefit greatly from garlic's heart-healthy compounds like allicin, but these are best preserved when garlic is fresh and unsprouted. By keeping garlic out of the fridge, its natural potency remains intact, enhancing both taste and health benefits. 5. Bread. Bread is one of the most commonly refrigerated items in many households, but this habit quickly dries it out. The cold air accelerates the process of starch retrogradation, where bread molecules reorganize and become stale much faster. The result is hard, dry slices that lose their comforting texture. For seniors who may struggle with chewing or swallowing, stale bread can be more difficult to eat. Storing bread in a bread box, paper bag, or pantry keeps it fresh longer. If bread won't be used within a few days, freezing is a much better option than refrigeration. This preserves its moisture and makes it easy to toast later. 6. Honey. Honey is naturally self-preserving. Its high sugar content and low moisture create an environment where bacteria and mold cannot grow. Placing honey in the refrigerator causes it to crystallize and solidify, making it difficult to scoop or spread. For seniors, honey is often used as a natural sweetener for tea, oatmeal, or baking. Properly stored at room temperature in a tightly sealed jar, honey can last indefinitely without refrigeration. This ensures it remains smooth, usable, and health-boosting, providing antioxidants and natural energy without spoilage risks. 7. Olive oil. Refrigerating olive oil turns it cloudy and thick, often making it difficult to pour or measure. While this doesn't necessarily harm the oil, it alters its consistency and can affect how it interacts with food. Olive oil should be stored in a cool, dark cabinet, away from heat and light, which can degrade its valuable antioxidants and healthy fats. For seniors who use olive oil to support heart health and reduce inflammation, keeping it at room temperature ensures both flavor and nutritional benefits remain intact. 8. Coffee. Ground coffee and whole beans should never be stored in the refrigerator. Cold temperatures introduce moisture, which causes clumping and alters flavor. Coffee also absorbs surrounding odors, meaning it can start to taste like whatever else is in the fridge. For seniors, a morning cup of coffee can be both a ritual and a source of gentle stimulation. To keep it fresh, coffee should be stored in an airtight container at room temperature, away from light and air exposure. Freezing is an option for long-term storage, but refrigeration only shortens its lifespan and dulls its taste. 9. Bananas. Bananas are highly sensitive to cold. When placed in the refrigerator, their skin quickly turns black and their texture becomes mushy. While the inside remains edible, refrigeration halts the natural ripening process, leaving them less sweet and less flavorful. For seniors, bananas are an excellent source of potassium, fiber, and easily digestible energy. To maintain these benefits, bananas should be kept at room temperature until they ripen. Once fully ripe, they can be peeled and frozen for later use in smoothies or baking, but the refrigerator is not their friend. The hidden risks for seniors. While improper storage might seem like a minor inconvenience, it carries greater risks for older adults. Seniors often experience reduced immunity, making them more vulnerable to foodborne illness. Refrigeration mistakes may also lead to wasted food, which can be discouraging for those living on fixed incomes. Additionally, changes in flavor and texture can decrease appetite, leading to unintentional malnutrition. By understanding which foods belong on the counter instead of in the refrigerator, seniors can preserve nutrients and natural flavors, reduce food waste, and save money, enjoy safer meals with fewer risks of spoilage, maintain better overall health through consistent, enjoyable eating. Smart storage tips for seniors. Use breathable containers. For items like potatoes, onions, and garlic, mesh bags or baskets work best. Keep foods separate. Onions and potatoes should never share the same space as they accelerate each other's spoilage. Check often. Seniors should inspect stored foods regularly to avoid sprouting, mold, or overripeness. Use freezing strategically. Foods like bread and ripe bananas freeze well and can be thawed when needed. Label storage areas. Clear organization reduces confusion, especially for seniors with memory challenges. Conclusion: not every food belongs in the refrigerator. For seniors, understanding these differences can mean fresher meals, fewer health risks, and a more enjoyable daily diet. Tomatoes, potatoes, onions, garlic, bread, honey, olive oil, coffee, and bananas each have unique reasons for thriving outside the cold environment of a fridge. By adjusting storage habits, seniors not only protect their health, but also enhance the quality of their meals and reduce waste. Small changes in the kitchen can lead to big improvements in both longevity and everyday comfort.